time flying from the northwest to the southeast trajectory. And again, boot camp. Do you think boot camp is going to be left empty once again, Fixes?
I mean, once again, was it left empty yesterday
Yes!
with whatever they're playing? And, that's a really good thing. Obviously, you would want to win it all. But then again, but XP, I'm really scared. Can he succeed at that?
Well, it does look like Vexy might just be picked up because his teammate is near him. But I do believe this is Team Alpha. Of course, a lot of Hydra players in this tournament set up between two teams right now. The kill looks like Danger is going to get the better of Destro. In fact, Destro is going to be finished off as we speak. But right now, they are going to have a little bit of an upper hand. As again, we did kind of mention Vexy, the star player, is back up on his feet. But the question is, can he do something? As he does see a couple of people running around to the left, but Danger is going to be a bit quicker on that trigger, taking him down in a flurry.
I mean, way too much mistakes being committed by Vexy. He was way too much out in the open and had to face the brunt of it as the push might just come in anytime soon. Clash Universe making that flag, just free firing and does get that knock. But then again, Team OR, they need to get those res back up as Team Alpha to respond in fashion.
That was a little bit of a mishap over there, switching the weapon on Danger Spot, and right now again another mishap, and the grenade has been lobbed in, but he did get knocked out instead. Now Alpha's going to have his work cut out. It is going to be a one-on-one situation. It's going to be Hydra Alpha up against it there. Who's going to come out on top? It is going to be Alpha as he snuffs the life of his opponent, and now he can finally get those revives coming in. So despite over there and knock him down on his knees, and he does, just as Sangwan was about to get behind him.
Exactly. I mean, right now, considering how things have panned out, of course, KRONTEN is going to get that res back up. But Sangwan, we need to have that revive on towards him as the smoke parts have been made over here. And, well, he was way too out in the open, don't you think? Because, making a push blindly is sort of synonymous with this map. A lot of people can resonate with that fact, but S-Power with those beautiful set of grenades. But it's going to be KRONTEN who eventually gets the finish.
And have a look at Ride's position. He is currently circling around the opponents. He's going to get up behind them, and that flank could be devastating for Team Sangwan over here as the captain has been taken down. It's going to be Face, Iconic, and Dark basically laying down the lead over here, laying down the law, making sure they can survive because it looks like Team KRONTEN are a bit hungry. They have kind of deployed those smoke grenades, but have a look at that. Raid was in a wonderful position. He might actually leave a few bullets loose from his weapon. They do connect with Iconic.
Try to apply that extra bit of pressure because you cannot really tend to prolong the fight, right? We might sound like broken records, and we do know once you start, engaging and taking the fight even for further times, you're going to be in a whole world of trouble. But eventually, Rishabh was taken down by Team Ronak, and we do have one more squad wipe around here. Team Soul engaging a fight against Team MAXTERN.
Alrighty, finally some action breaking out as it looks like Team Mortal are going to be pushing up on Team MAXTERN over here. Garci does have one angle as Scout OP is going to be the first man in the line of fire, but Lobby is the one who gets taken down by Dawn, and the Dawn is using a weapon like a gangster. It is going to be that Tommy gun that sprays down the bullets now. Power Killer is going to come on the right flank as Garci takes down Soul Mortal. This is devastating for Team Mortal as they are getting snuffed out one by one, and that's it. That is all she wrote. Regaltoss did manage to get a knock on Garci, but it's going to be Dawn who comes in again with that gangster gun of his, knocking them off their feet. And with that, Fixes Team Mortal. We were kind of expecting them to win this skirmish, but it looks like they have been put out of the misery as now it looks like Team MAXTERN's woes are still not over as Team Snax are laying down some lead.
And the rocks, then he's basically done for. But right now, if you take a look at how the teams are performing, well, a lot of teams have to get inside the zone, and we still have 15 teams alive XP.
That is just amazing because I was expecting a lot fewer teams to survive up until this point. But you got to keep one thing in mind: a lot of these teams are only survived by 1 or 2 members as well. So it's going to be interesting to see if those numbers are going to come in play later on, which we've seen in the past. If you have more numbers towards the end, it is definitely going to be an advantage. As it looks like Team Jonathan are going to be opening up as Mr. Cyber Squad is brought down to his knees. Now again, we are still in and around Paradise Resort as
they've got good cover, but now this is where things start to get really interesting with them. They need to get inside a better position, but right now KRONTEN any single moment might just get spotted down and be finished off. But eventually it's KRONTEN the one who's going to respond with a knock from his own side. But Paul in the meanwhile just kind of proning down, and KRONTEN still surviving by the sliver of an HP.
I mean, how is that man still alive? I thought he was taken down, but oh my god, he almost gets that second knock as well. As now it looks like these boys are going to be in trouble. BandookBaaz is going to have a lot of work cut out for himself as Toxic Singh is going to be brought back to life. He has got the revive in, but now Paul is going to be left bleeding on his knees, just a short distance from them. But it looks like KRONTEN's little retaliation over there put them out for a little bit of a 6, as Clutch God is going to make sure he patches himself up. Because again, you got to keep one thing in mind: they are at the edge of the circle, and they really don't have a lot of options over here. In fact, literally, Jonathan, between a hard place and a rock right now, and the blue zone at one end, he's got to make quick work of Dark before he can move in. But I do believe Team BandookBaaz could place boys for them as well. I think that is something that he did realize, and he makes sure he goes the other way, which is the right call for right now. As Prince with that ratata is trying to get a few knocks, and 8-bit K18 is going to go down.
He certainly will, and this time again falling to the hands of Team Nixon. The way these lads are making a push, this time they want to get all of them together. Last time they managed to get, I believe, 1 or at max 2, but Jonathan's still putting up a fight. I mean, he needs to make it inside the circle, and he is gonna do that whatsoever may come his way. But in the meanwhile, you've got a bit of a skirmish getting along here as well. Now, KlutchCon having been taken down by Dark, he is gonna be put away from his misery as the finish has been secured. Now it again comes down to this lonesome player again. Jonathan, can he do something? Can he pull something off? No, not this time.
That was a little difficult because he was spotted out, and I did kind of mention that, you know, Dark was in a wonderful position to snuff his life out, which he did for his teammates, as Godlikes Raid now has his sights set on BandookBaaz. He knows there's someone behind that particular rock over there, and they are going to be keeping an eye on the kill feed just to make sure, you know, they don't waste enough time. But looks like it is going to be a fight in the Paradise Resort. Well, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty, but over here right now, it is going to be a bloodbath.
It certainly will. Because look at the spotlight, you know, they've sort of unified at a certain position and not really giving a lot of room and space, not really creating those angles. And on a map like Sanhok, you certainly aren't supposed to do that. You gotta stick to each other. You need to make sure even if your teammate gets knocked out, you need to get those quick rests back up, because the pushes are inevitable after those second knocks coming in. But Godlike really having a good time with the rotation, will meet some enemies right in front of them, and that's going to be Dark, and he is just waiting for them. But the numbers are definitely in the favor of Team Godlike, but eventually Dark has started big, has managed to secure that one knock onto its power, as Smoke is still struggling to find that knock and the finish.
Let me tell you one thing, Sanhok is definitely one of Dark's stronger maps over here. He's been phenomenal in this map throughout this tournament. Right now, he is living up to his name as well, because he is like a shadow, and he's striking from those shadows, making sure he gets his opposition off guard. And now with that, Team KRONTEN are going to be one member short, but mind you, Raid did finally get that kill on BandookBaaz in the distance, which means now we're down to the final 8 teams. It looks like Akshat could be in prime position to lay down some lead in IT's position, as his teammate Omega is going to kind of push them out towards Akshat's position with a good grenade. This could be wonderful teamwork coming in, as they are going to be pushed out of that house, but unfortunately that grenade is not going to find its mark, but Akshat's position has been given away.
I mean, this is pure brilliance coming in from Team K18. The way they're just kind of grenading those areas, and Akshat in a very good crossfire position, providing that quintessential pressure onto the team of GODNIXON. Things have become certainly very spicy, but Riot, having been spotted early on, will eventually manage to secure that knock. Now, Team 4King might spin a bit of a pickle, but Guru, responding in fashion, does manage to take Riot down. But look at Omega completely just pinching down the players of Team GODNIXON and punishing them one after the other.
Beautiful baiting over here by Akshat. He made sure that all the attention was on him as Omega took them out from behind, but now SprayGod is the last man standing for his team, and we know one thing, this man can do some miraculous things, as Akshat is going to go in for the kill. He does crouch down, and he is going to make sure he comes out on top in this little skirmish. Now, the first aid is going to be coming in. Of course, he doesn't have any first aids. Those bandages are going to have to come in quickly, as his teammates are now going to fall one by one near him. The question is, we only have 8 seconds on the clock before the blue zone moves in. Is reviving going to be the right call?
only one of his teammates is gonna make it inside the circle along with him. Give it the chance that someone else does not really take them down because they've been making a lot of noise. So teams are definitely gonna be anticipating someone coming along. But Team Maxton, they've been having a phenomenal game so far. Wiping out the Immortal and now certainly looking really sharp and strong as Guru will find that final finish on towards Ronak as 4 teams remain, 6 players alive. Everyone eyeing out for that glorious chicken.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I currently had a little bit of a technical glitch over here, but let me just say one thing. KRONTEN, I thought he was going to get knocked out, but it's amazing how he is still alive. I thought Doc was going to get the better of him, but oh my goodness, that reaction time is phenomenal. But before he can administer that first aid, he is taken out, which means now, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the final 2 teams. It is going to be MAXTERN up against the 2-man Team Guru. Question is, who is going to come out on top?
I mean, honestly, Maxton as a creator has been really vocal about his thoughts, the way he just pulls off those shenanigans. But this time, even inside the game, he's been really vocal with terms of how devastating he's been towards other teams. Yeah, I mean, look at the position. I love the spread coming in from Team Maxton. I believe if they just play their cards right and if the bench is start too patient, they might just secure the win.
It can actually go either way right now because in this particular round in Sanhok, both these teams have played phenomenally, especially Team Guru. I mean, they've got some amazing shots in. Team Maxton as well. We did see that wipeout of Team Mortal just a few moments ago. And of course, the man of the moment, i.e. Dawn, the mafioso himself. The best thing is that he's killing people with that Tommy gun. As Guru OP is going to be spotted out. He gets taken down by Dawn and the combination from MAXTERN, which means ferocity has to be ferocious right now. He's got to be like a coiled snake, ready to strike because his teammate is definitely going to be spotted out. Now with that suppressed Uzi, he does lay down a few shots. MAXTERN is going to have to come into the circle. The question is ferocity going to be quick enough on the trigger? And the answer is no, but the reload does come in. But looks like MAXTERN has some cover for now. And he is just trying to scan out the environment and get a location as ferocity. Let's have a look at this. Dawn is going to be coming in slow and steady.